Hey everybody, thank you for joining me today. So today's video, we're going to be using this Mojo Monday sketch. And if you want, you can pause here, you can write down the measurements, and then come join me as we put this card together. And of course, in starting the video, I have everything already pre-cut. We're going to be using a A2 size card with a top fold. So I cut it at 4¼ by 11 inches and then scored it at 5½. I'm taking my first two pieces and I'm going to go ahead and attach this straight to the base paper. And if you want, you can always put a mat behind this layer. For me on this one, because I knew I'm going to use the peel offs, I didn't want to put a matte piece down, because the peel offs are going to sit on top of this piece and it's going to fit really well. So since I have some scrap pieces, I'm going to go ahead and on the right hand side where the square is going to go, because it's not going to, you're not going to see where it's disconnected. I'm going to use that there and then grab a long piece for this other edge. Now, in putting it down here, I realize I'm having a hard time seeing between the patterns. So hence, got to get the glasses, right? So now that allows me to be able to pull it back up and line up so it's right on my edge. And then I'm going to trim it, put the extra piece back on my peel off sheet, and then tuck this piece underneath. And then we're going to attach it. Now, I almost made a boo-boo here because I'm putting the tape on the back and then I almost attached this straight to the card base, which is fine. You can do that. You're just going to have more of a border. And I wanted a little bit of this sort of like a copper foil to be my matte page. So yeah, I go ahead and get that attached, and then we're going to get this. Now it can attach to the actual cardstock, the card base itself. And making sure I got it on the right side with the way that it opens. And I do have to, I think I lifted up just a little bit to kind of get it straightened, and then that's nice and even. All right, so now we're going to grab the thin strip that goes across. And I'm going to show you another version of this card at the end where I don't use all the copper, like the foil paper and all that. And you can see the different options that you can do. You can do just a little hint of, you know, it's not really bling because it just has that little shimmer, the shine of the metallic paper. And then if you go all out, which is on this card is my going all out version, because I'm putting it behind this paper here and it's on the mat and then going across the middle. Now my peel offs are a little bit more on the oranger side, but it's still in the copper family, so that's why I used it instead of using something else. So now we're going to press that down, and I was initially going to do the white square the exact size that they have on the layout, but I don't have a stamp that does a sentiment the way that I want it for the vertical. So I decided to punch, this is 1½ inch scallop circle. I treated the paper, stamped with the Versamark ink, and then I'm just going to toss that in real quick and then pull it out and just make sure I've tapped off all the extra embossing powder, and then we're going to heat this up. Now with this one, it takes me a second because I'm trying to find my heat tool off to the side. I was having a little difficulty, but my trick, or not even really a trick, but my recommendation is on something like this with the metallic and you're not sure if it's going to melt under that extreme heat, that when you heat up your heating tool, heat from behind first and then bring it to the front, and it won't take as long for it to melt. Okay, so it should be coming up here shortly. There it is. I've got it on and it's heating up. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my reverse tweezers and I'm hitting it from behind. And sometimes, depending on the material, you can actually melt it from underneath, and it helps, you know, protect the surface. but I just wanted to make sure it was definitely all melted. Then I'm going to grab my chamois, my microfiber cloth, and I'm going to just rub it along to take off any of the extra powder. And then there is the birthday wishes. So we're going to put some foam squares behind it. I'm just going to grab 2, and then we're going to attach it there. So that way you still see all the pretty paper and you get the sentiment as well. And it's a little bit of, you know, a little something something, even though it's on this metallic paper. So you don't have to be, you know, limited to just your cardstock. If you have specialty papers, this particular paper came with, I think it was a Simon Says stamp kit, and I happened to find it, and I was like, oh, this goes well with this. I think it actually came with this paper in the kit last year, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna use it. So then I grabbed the Pinkfresh Studios. I want to say these are the gems. I know they have 2 different collections. This one is more of they look like gems, and they have the 3 sizes, like a small, medium, and a large gem, and I'm just taking out those 3 pieces and laying them down on each one, wanting one of each of the sizes, and then we're going to attach it with the art glitter glue. So I'm going to grab my jewel picker, which I believe is a Katana. It's one of their newer versions. The tops actually screw out and you can replace it. And we're just going to lay down some glue, pick it up, and put it down. I do have, sometimes with this particular one, because it comes to a point, it acts up. Like, it doesn't want to pick up with my picker. So sometimes I just give up and grab it with my fingers. But when I can get it and it's working, it's nice. It works really well, this picker, with the sequins and other gems, but for some reason with these, it likes to be a little difficult sometimes, and then sometimes it just picks up. I guess it just, you know, whatever. So I'm putting the top back onto the art glitter glue, and those are done. So something really simple. If you don't have gems, you can use sequins, or you can use Nuvo drops. It's, you know, we have all these options, and it's just important to see that you can use either one. Okay, so thank you guys so much for joining me today. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and share button, and leave a comment down below. I love reading them, and I do try and make sure I go in and respond back to you. And I look forward to seeing you guys with our next video. Now, this is the last Friday sketch video for the month. This is on Black Friday, but I do want to give you guys heads up because we'll be having a new series with my bestie, a new collab series. So that'll be starting in December. So keep your eyes out, and you guys have a great and safe weekend.